Okay, so here is the first video in a series of a lot of videos going over all the different steps to create a website, pretty much from the ground up. So the first thing that I want to do um, file management wise is I want to create a folder that's going to house all of my files. So I have on my external hard drive, I have a file for WT stuff and I have one for web design. So I'm going to create a new folder, and this is going to be called bragging rights. This is going to be a website that we have tried to get off the ground in the past um, for us to upload cool things that our faculty and our students do. So bragging rights, you'll notice that it is lowercase, no spaces. In this folder, I'm going to have a couple of folders. The first one is going to be images. This is where all of our images will be saved. The next one's going to be a folder for our CSS. And I have another one that will house any JavaScript that we might have. I always like to do one for originals. This could be original images, original content, all in forms that aren't ready for the web. And so I can put everything in there. If I need to go back and edit the original later, I can, but I just like to have that in there. This is the original folder is going to be large and it's not going to be uploaded to the server, but I like to keep it in there. So those are the folders that we need to have inside of our bragging rights folder. Next, we're going to open up Dreamweaver and we're going to get things kind of kicked off and set up for success there. So we're going to get this this alert, and it wants us to manage sites. I'm going to click manage sites, and I'm going to create a new site. This is the first time that we're creating this one. This one can have spaces in the site name. This is just for our reference. We are going to select a local site folder. So I'm going to point to this folder that we just created. That's going to be in my external hard drive. So I'm going to go find that real quick. There's that bragging rights folder. I'm going to select that folder so we can see the directory is pointing towards that folder right there. I'm going to hit save and I'm going to hit done. And what that does is it brings up all of our folders that we've created. All the files in that root folder are going to be right here in this upper left or upper right hand corner. All right, so the next thing is getting our a CSS file put together and our first HTML. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blank CSS page. So I went to File, New Document. I'm going to select the CSS as the document type. I'm going to hit Create. We don't need to add anything in here yet. All I'm going to do is File, and I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it in the CSS folder, and I'm just going to name it Styles, all lowercase, or Style, either one, it's fine. I'm going to hit Save, and we're done with that. So I'm going to exit out of this tab. I'm going to go to File, New, and instead of a CSS page, I'm going to create an HTML document. I'm going to give it a title, and this is going to be the home page. Now it's going to ask, do I want to attach and link a CSS file? And the answer to that is yes. So I'm going to browse and I'm going to find that CSS document, hit OK, and I'm going to hit OK again. And now I'm going to tell it to create that HTML page. And what we're going to see is in our head document, it has already linked our CSS page for us. We didn't have to write any of that code. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and this is our first page. So I'm going to save this as index.html. I'm going to save this in our bragging rights folder, and I'm going to hit Save. Okay, so that takes care of getting things started in Dreamweaver. The next video is going to go over how we plan for our website.